Fred?
Thank you, Governor. So we all know during the month of March, the weekly unemployment claims numbers pretty much shattered everything that we'd seen before. For the week ending April 4th, we didn't see much different. We tracked about 133,639 unemployment claims that were filed for that week. This is down a little bit from the previous week, but it still posts the second highest number of weekly claims filed in Indiana history. Although we're seeing a high number of claims being filed in Indiana, we're also tracking an extremely large number of claims being paid. So already for the month of April, we've paid out 175,195 payments just up to this date in the month of April. Compare that to April 2019. For the entire month, we paid 71,000 payments. We continue to have high call volume that's associated with our high claims volume. We are having some technical difficulties that we're working on this week. We started with a new contractor, and we're working out all of the kinks in that. But we have had some complaints or some concerns about calls being transferred, and when they're transferred, they end up getting dropped. We're working with our IT team to make sure that that issue is being addressed. We've also seen a number of calls that relate to unemployment compensation benefits, specifically as it relates to pandemic unemployment compensation and pandemic unemployment assistance. So I want to spend a few seconds talking about those two things again. So as a reminder, the pandemic unemployment compensation is an additional $600 weekly payment for claimants who are eligible for unemployment benefits. This payment will be seen in people's paychecks. They will start seeing them around the first week of April 20th. This payment will be retroactive to March 29th. There's nothing additional that a claimant needs to do for that benefit. We will process it along with the person's normal unemployment compensation benefits. For the pandemic unemployment assistance, this is the unemployment insurance payment for an entirely new class of workers, for the independent contractors, for those who are self-employed. As a reminder, our system was not currently designed to address these claimants. This is an entirely new classification of workers that will be paid unemployment compensation benefits. So, as we build out our new system, we're looking at a variety of things, and we're working across different state agencies. What we found is this: an individual who falls into one of the categories of an independent contractor or self-employed person, or even someone who will otherwise didn't qualify for benefits, they will apply, and then they end up getting denied. Well, the benefits will continue to be denied because the system does not recognize that classification of individuals just yet. We are working on that system, and once that system is in place, it will recognize you as a beneficiary, and you will start receiving payments. That additional $600 payment under the Pandemic Unemployment Compensation or Assistance Program will be provided to you in the same manner as well. It will be retroactive to March 29th. So what we found is that once an individual ends up applying for that benefit and they get denied, frustration sets in, and understandably so, because a claim was denied. Then the person will call in, and then they will probably be bombarded with maybe the calls, and then they'll have to call several times. Unfortunately, the answer will remain the same until we change our system. The denial will remain in place until there's a new system in place. And once we identify a date certain when that new system or program will be rolled out, we will let you know. We've been cascading information throughout the state on all of our employment systems. We've made sure that we've given the public as much information as we could. And what's been very helpful are the comments that individuals make to us, some of them leaving phone calls, leaving messages, some sending emails. What we do with that information is we take it back to our shop, and then we translate them into a frequently asked question, and we end up providing an answer to that question. So thank you for that. So here's what we've done over the last week to make sure that we're getting the message out and we're answering questions in a more public forum. We've had several webinars this week. We've had several webinars with businesses, some with employees, and we've had over 8,000 individuals register for those webinars. We also held our first Facebook Live event on yesterday, and that event reached more than 140,000 Hoosiers. Next week, we've partnered with Radio 1, and on Tuesday at 1 p.m., Radio 1 is going to stop playing music across all of its bands on WTLC, AM, and FM, Hot 96, and Radio Now. And they will be broadcasting some of our insurance, unemployment insurance people talking about this program. So why are we doing these events? We want to provide answers to the general public about what's happening in our unemployment insurance system, about how to file claims, and some of the new benefits that are coming your way. We've also seen that the more information that we put out to you, the better understanding that you have about the overall system, and it reduces your necessity to call in and to our lines to make sure that we are saving your time so that you don't have to wait on a call. In addition to this, we're having on April 23rd, we're going to host a virtual job fair for the healthcare industry up in the Fort Wayne area. We have 5 major healthcare systems that will be featured. We know that there's a shortage, and we know that there's work out there yet to be done. So we want to ensure that we are providing this service to help connect Hoosiers to those needed jobs. So we're all in this together. We'll continue to provide updated information through as many outlets as possible. And just like the governor and just like Dr. Box, I wish you, a great Holy Weekend, and make sure that we all play it safe.